Hi everyone, my name is Mike.
And I'm Angela.
And we are Mike and Angela. And this is Ernie. We are getting ready to go on another around the world adventure. We took our first around the world adventure with two of our children in 2011. And we took 9 months and we circumvented the globe and visited a bunch of countries. But now we're about to start another adventure and we're going to talk about that in a second. But I am going to tell you this time we're not bringing our kids. We are bringing a very, very special guest though. And we'll tell you who that is at the end of the video. So describe kind of how we've gotten to this point to where we're trying to, get ready for this empty nester phase of our life.
Yeah, so we decided that we really wanted to do this when we took the kids on the around the world trip in 2011 or 12, I think it was. And we just wanted to go to as many countries as we could and then zero in and go back to the ones that we liked, our favorites. Mm-hmm. And so all 4 kids are now out of the house, either graduated from university or are still in, and it's a perfect time. So we've rented our house, we're packing it up and storing our personal stuff, and we're getting ready to take off at the end of the month.
Yeah, and my job, my full-time job, we're not doing this to create a new monetizable stream or anything. If that happens, great. But really, we're creating these videos for our kids, for any future grandkids, for our friends and family members, and for you. If you want to come along with the ride, we're planning to share tricks and tips and trips. And we're also planning to share videos of all the different destinations, some of the Airbnbs that we're renting, etc. My regular job can be done anywhere. In fact, I think during the pandemic, we all learned that we can do, most of us, or many of us, can do our jobs from anywhere. And in fact, this is my office, this kitchen counter.
And he's my full-time job.
Correct, exactly. She's my handler. So what our plan is now is essentially since we're mobile, we can work from anywhere. And I'm going to continue to do my job on a daily basis. It's just that we might be in Belgium or Turkey or Montenegro or Cambodia. We don't know. We're going to make it up as we go. One thing we do know is we've rented our house for a year now, and we are setting sail, if you will, on November 1st. And we've made our first 3 nights reservations in
Brussels. And other than that, we have a policy of a no plan.
Correct. And even though we've taken some long trips in the past, this will be the longest. And it will also be something where it's open-ended. So we booked a one-way flight. We don't know where we're going to be. We do know that our son is planning to visit Thailand in January with a couple of friends. And we love Thailand, and we love our son for that matter. And we thought we might try to rendezvous with him just to play tour guide a little bit. They're going to be there for about a month, and we would hate to miss it. But if they cancel their plans for whatever reason, then we might very well just meander through Europe and the Balkans a little bit. But otherwise, our plan is to go to Brussels. There's a whole bunch of no plan between that and January where we're going to try to make our way to Istanbul. And then there's a reason we're not just taking a direct flight, and that's because of our special guest. So we have 4 children. 2 of them were already out of the house by the time we did our first around the world trip. So our younger 2 children went with us on that trip. And this time I was very much looking forward to just Angela and I having flexibility and freedom, and we could go anywhere, do anything. It would just be like, wake up and whatever. But Angela's decided to invite a special guest along with us this time, which kind of throws a wrench into the works.
I choose to say a level of complication and an opportunity to learn.
Okay. And so what is this opportunity to learn?
Well, the special guest is a baby, and his name is Ernie. So this is Ernie.
He's not really a baby anymore.
He's not really a baby, but we're going to take our dog, and I'm learning loads and loads and loads about going to different countries with a pet.
Yeah, so that's going to be a new one for us. So we are flying with him on the plane. There's some research that has to go into which planes are pet friendly and which airlines are pet friendly, and how you can sit with them as opposed to them having to travel in cargo. So Angela's been busy cracking that code. And then, of course, we don't know how it's going to be when we get to Europe and other places, but he has all his vaccines and paperwork.
And if y'all have ever traveled with a pet, drop a comment in the link and share your experience with me.
Yeah, we'd love any tips.
Yeah.
We're very much learning. The nice thing about Airbnb and which is typically what we stay in because we're staying for a longer period of time, is you can just check that you have a pet, and then it will only show you homes or condos or apartments that have pet-friendly rules. And then after that, we don't really know what we're going to run into with regard to restaurants and attractions, but we're going to make it up as we go. We didn't, in fairness, 10 years ago or 12 years ago when we left with the kids, we didn't know how homeschooling worked. We didn't know how it would be traveling with kids, how they would do their homework, how internet, this is pre, internet being available just everywhere. So we didn't understand how that was all going to work out then, and we just did it and we figured it out. So in this case, Ernie is coming along, so it's going to be an interesting trip, and we thought we would invite you to come along with us, whoever you are. We hope you've enjoyed a couple of the videos we posted here. We just came back from a 4-month trip in Thailand, in which we produced a video. We should have produced a lot more, and we recognize that in hindsight. But then I uploaded 3 videos from a pre-pandemic trip to the Philippines. And that was just to kind of establish a foundation on the channel. But what should you expect from this channel moving forward? Honestly, we don't know. We're going to just start posting content. It may not be as produced as the Philippines videos that you see. Some of it's going to be a little bit more like this, where it's just us, updating you on where we are. We might do some Airbnb tours where we kind of show you what your dollar gets you in Montenegro or in Turkey. And we also, of course, want to share a lot of cool activities with you as we go. But we don't know whether we're going to be updating once a day, once a week, once a month. We have no idea. We're going to make this up as we go along. But we do want to invite you to come along on this adventure with us, because we're planning to spend at least the next year or two just exploring and making it up as we go. And if you have suggestions, we want you to kind of comment like, hey, if you're in Moldova, make sure you go here. Or if you're in Bosnia, make sure you go check out Lowstar. Whatever it is, we would love your feedback and love your advice. So, anything else to add?
I don't think so.
That's all for now. So we're going to sign off. We're going to upload this video, and not all of our videos will be like this. But we wanted to go ahead and introduce ourselves for those of you who don't know us, and to those of you that do know us, we wanted to tell you about our imminent plans to go on yet another global adventure. So we hope you join us aroundtheworldwego.com. We would love it if you would subscribe, hit the bell, hit the likes, all that stuff. We're learning. And Angela is going to be running the social media accounts, so she's getting those going so that you can follow along there as well. All right, Ernie, say goodbye.
Bye.
He doesn't even speak our language, much less